Yo, what's up guys? Bill here, Classic Rock and Metal Review. Time for another Japan new music release update. This one from March of 2024. It's got 32 recent release CD titles to tell you about. Combination of brand new stuff, good amount of new stuff this month. Always some updated things, back in print titles, etc. One really cool 4 CD set, and 3, that's right, vinyl multi-album sets. Tell you about a few of those for once. Total of 35 new titles altogether. Talk about a few of them are CD, DVD combos for all you concert video fans out there like me. Talking about classic rock metal bands ranging from Clapton, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, to Van Halen, Michael Schenker Group, Led Zeppelin. Great stuff as always. Japan keeps it coming, man. Can't keep up with them, really. So I've tried my best to do it for you. Then at the end, I'll show you my 4 new release titles that I've picked up recently. Some of them are actually vintage, but they're all new to me. Talk about them a little bit. One of them, man, a long coveted title I've been after for at least 10 or 12 years. All right, so that'll be at the end. 4, all, like I said, new to me titles. And also 4 things that I've been listening to recently since our last update. Might have been more. These are the 3 most recent, plus one that I just started into. We'll talk a little bit about that. So let's get started, guys. If you're interested in any of these titles, just Google search the band followed by the exact CD title. All right? And if I mention a label, if there is one, throw that in your search too. We'll get a bunch of options. All right, and there you go. Jump on in. Water's just fine. I'm going to also give you along the way here 5 of my picks of the month. It was a pretty easy 5 for me, but you know what? Take your pick, man. Lots of great stuff. A couple of notes before we get started. A lot of these this month are limited numbered edition sticker CDs, so you'll see it on the photos I throw up. And all of these will be soundboards unless I state otherwise. I think they are all soundboards. Most of them silver presses unless noted otherwise along the way. But you know what? This is just to my best of my knowledge. Sometimes I can't quite get all this information out of my sources. But it is pretty damn reliable. Spend quite a bit of time assembling this list. So let's get it going. Cozy Pal Tapes have brought to us 3 Michael Schenker Group releases from 1980. They're all single CDs, by the way. Sid Cup Recursals from Kent in the UK from September of 1980. Erie County Fieldhouse, Erie, Pennsylvania, November 22nd of 1980. And Reseda Country Club out in California, December 22nd, 1980. 3 Michael Schenker upgrades there for you, all single CDs like I mentioned. 5 titles from Eric Clapton. These are all double CDs, except for the first one. They're all on the Beano label. First one, Turn Up Down Revisited. 1980 unreleased album, which has seen a release before, so I guess an updated version of that. Richmond 1985 Soundboard Master from the Richmond Coliseum, Virginia, April 22nd of 85. Santiago 1990 FM broadcast from September 29th, National Stadium in Chile. There is also a Pro Shot DVD available out there also this show. Edmonton 1998 Soundboard Master from September 11th of 98, Alberta, Edmonton Coliseum. And finally with Clapton, Earl's Court 1998 First Night Soundboard Dat Master. Long title there. That's from October 15th of 98. All right, on to some harder stuff. Whitesnake Run Through Rehearsal, 1982 soundboard. I don't have a location on that guy. Looks cool though. Jimi Hendrix Record Plant, 1970. New York City, 2 CDs, no label on that one. Zodiac on the Whitesnake title, by the way. Genesis, a couple of cool titles. One called, these look like retro releases back in print. A Trick of the Stage, 2 CDs on Highland label, 1999 title originally. Syria Mosque, Pittsburgh, PA, 1976. I know there's gray market version of this out there. Genesis, Harry the Criminal, Brazil Tour 77. That's on the Cyrene label. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Looks like May 15th of 77. on the date on that one. Late Show. That one is 2 CDRs on the Cyrene label. FM broadcast with the 77 title. Gary Moore at the BBC. Single CD on Bondage Music label. 3 different performances on this guy. January of 84, August of 84, and June of 86 on the Gary Moore title. Here's a pick of the month just because it's so, you don't see much out there of these guys. There was no true tour. They did a bunch of dates and used the songs recorded at the live dates to make the album. HSAS, title's called Missing You. Looks like a retro release kind of deal. You can just tell by that artwork, it probably is. Soundtrack to the video, them live at San Jose 1984. One of those shows that they recorded to put on the album. All they did was take the sound of the crowd away, on most of the tracks anyway, to put that album together. And actually I was looking for that album Through the Fire just to hold up and show you. I know you know what it looks like. And I can't find the damn thing, so I have to look around the house for that one. HSAS. Title number 15. The Brian May Band Tour Rehearsals 1992. Back to the Light Tour. This appears to have been previously released about 10 years ago, so an updated version of that. Stones, couple titles from them. In Stereo 1964 to 1966. 1 CD, no label on that one. Stereo mixes of previously only mono stuff, some unreleased songs, some alternate mixes of previously released songs, all in stereo for you older school Stones fans. Now this is a pick of the month, CD DVD combo 1976, Pavilion de Paris on the Mayflower label. You get 2 CDs of music. The songs come from dates spanning 4 nights in June of 76. The DVD is solely from the June 6th show in Paris. So cool title there for sure. I thought I had that video, but I don't. I was thinking of the LA 75. So I need the 76. If I used to have it, I don't anymore. Another CD DVD combo, cool one. Dire Straits, Sydney 1986. 2 CDRs, 1 DVD-R, and it's on the Uxbridge label. Sydney Entertainment Center from April 26th of 1986. That's a cool looking title as well. Another older one, Upgrade, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, Shepherd's Bush, 1998. Multi-track master. London from March 25th, 98. This one's been around a long time and it sounded great a long time ago, so I can't imagine how good it sounds nowadays. If I've mentioned that title before, my apologies. Try not to reiterate stuff, but it's all just memory. I don't write all this stuff down. So, ELP, couple of cool titles from them. Memphis 1977, Soundboard, Definitive Master, Upgrade, 2 CDs on Virtuoso label. And another title from the same year, Wheeling 77, Soundboard, Definitive Master, Upgrade. And that's also 2 CDs, Virtuoso label. A couple of Sabbath related picks. There always are. This one, first one, is a pick of the month. Sabbath, Finally Sabbath. Soundboard from the LA Forum, January 6th, 1999. Shout to the Top is the label on that one. I've never owned any 99 bootlegs as far as I know. So this would be a good one because this isn't one of the more common ones, this LA show. I should probably try to grab this if I can afford it, man. I got so much stuff on the way already. It's piled up back there, stuff I haven't even listened to yet. Title from Ozzy, Memorial this one's called. Their version, and when I say their, I think it's no label, but Wings Stadium, Kalamazoo, February 9th, 1982. Soundboard, last soundboard that we know of with Randy Rhoads on it. I have a Zodiac version of that, which is killer. I haven't heard this in a while either, man. I got to revisit this one. So this is a great show. You just got to have it. And I think Randy's sound on here is quite different than it was on the 81 bootlegs that we got of him. So this is a great show. I can't speak to this version of it, but I'm sure it's the same soundboard show. A little bonus, guys. This is a title that's been around for a little while, but I just never noticed it before. It's from Ozzy Osbourne, Flippin' the Other Side. So EPs from the early days and just some one-offs and B-sides and things. Looks pretty cool. Little Feat, Shinjuku, 1978, Japan, July 15th, on the Zion label. Just past the Waiting for Columbus era, so I like that cover artwork with that treatment on there. A double CD soundboard for Feat fans. Doobies, just reviewed that Tom Johnston solo CD or vinyl album actually. So here's an archival bootleg repress. This one without Tom actually. Told you about how he had to drop out of the 75 tour. So here's the Memphis show, rocking down in Memphis on the Oh Boy label. It's being re-released, or back in print, I should say. Mike McDonald's first tour with the band, and unfortunately Tom Johnson stomach ulcers caught up to him by this point. But this is not the real thing. So I would love to get this, just to upgrade. This is I think I got this off eBay. I really don't remember. So somebody actually just made it at home, you can tell. But it does have the same front cover as the legit release, and it's a great show and it sounds excellent. So good one to get there. 9 songs, not too long of a deal on that one. Some Doobie Brothers out there. Some Faces, Boston Tea Party soundboard. This is from March 27th, 1970. Master reel. And it's on the War label, single CD there. Uriah Heep, Look Back Lawton Years is the name of this one. John Lawton, who sang and recorded with the band in the late 70s, celebrating that era here. Gypsy Eye Project is the label, 2 CDRs. Soundboard performance from Germany in 79, and then Sweden 77 and Philly 78. Those 2 from the audience. Now here's another pick of the month, Van Halen. How can it not be? Diver Down Sessions, single CD on the Wrathchild label. And most of these songs are on YouTube. I checked them out, so it's a little pricey, and I'm going to hold off on this one, as much as I would love to have it. 10 or 11 songs, I think it is. A couple of them repeat, but really cool stuff. But you can hear it on the tube. Paul McCartney and Wings, Band on the Run Rarities, 2 CDs on his Master's Choice. The Arms East and West is the name of this title. The Ronnie Lane Multiple Sclerosis Benefit Concerts from the late 83. 3 CDs on this guy. Beano's the label. Eric Clapton, his show from San Fran's Cow Palace. And then Joe Cocker, Jeff Beck, and Jimmy Page's sets from Madison Square Garden, both from December 83, those shows. Neil Young, here's a cool pick of the month. This one called Neil Young and Crazy Horse, actually. Timeline, 4 CD set on the Wonderland label from the 1976 tour. 2 complete shows, March 24th, Rotterdam, Netherlands, and then November 6th, Boulder, Colorado. All right, and I told you guys I had a couple of vinyl sets to tell you about, and they are some pretty cool ones. No labels on any of these 3. Led Zeppelin, the Coda tapes, 4 LP set, proclaims to be all unreleased material only. Outtakes, unused songs, alternate mixes of the ones they used, etc. Looks cool. Pink Floyd, the Massive Gadgets of Oxamines, reconstruction of the aborted Man in the Journey project from 1969. 3 LPs on this one. 1 LP is the album that never came out. 2 LPs, the live performance from Amsterdam from 69. And finally, the Rolling Stones, Some More Girls. 4 LPs of outtakes from late 77 to early 78. Some girl era recordings. Guys, that's it. 35 titles all hitting the market recently from Japan. Just search the title if you want them. If there was a label attached to those, add the label. It'll help your search out. All right, so let's look at 4 most recent pickups I got. Good stuff this month, man. No messing around. Is there ever, though? I don't think so. Mostly not. All right. First off, this is a nice one. I mean, this is like an automatic. And I know it's probably been out for years. I don't even know. Iron Maiden's Beast Over England. Double CD. No, I haven't got into this one yet. What do we have here? Hammersmith Odeon, London, England. March 20th from 82. And then Reading Festival, August 28th, I think that says. That looks amazing. Got the number stickered edition here. All right. And comes with a DVD, Beast Over Hammersmith, the video. Pretty damn cool. Let's take this wrapper off and get a little bit better of a look. You came this far. Wow, that's awesome looking. Damn. Look how killer that back cover is. Yes. You ain't finding that on Amazon. Man, that's awesome. Let's take a little look inside. Ah, this is sweet, man. Yeah. Wow, it's a nice day, and the neighborhood's going to hear some Iron Maiden today, I think. What do you think? That's some cool shit there. Nice! And the video, which I think on the early years video, official one, you get about half of this show. So I think this is a 95-minute version. Hammersmith Odeon, March 20th, 1982. Just a little tray card, as usual with these bonus items. And man, that's some good stuff. Yes! Next up, told you this was coming. Blue Oyster Cult Chicago Mirrors. We're at the International Amphitheater, October 12th, 1979. Cool double CDR on the Uxbridge label, I believe. Hell yeah. Cool one, man. Just listened to Mirrors last week. Wow, that album's awesome. I love that thing. You know, I think I only heard it once, like twice before, because I forgot I got it on vinyl a while back and spun it once 6 or 8 years ago when I got the vinyl. But just got the CD a few years ago and listened to it once at that point. But you know what else has happened too? I went and saw Blue Oyster Cult about 4 years ago, right before COVID hit. And they were great, man. I was standing right in the damn front. Oh, man, that was awesome. And I think they played the Vigil. So, you know, that just brought back some great memories. This one looks cool. Let's open this one up too. Again, what are we here for if we're not doing this? I just got a simple tray card inside that guy. These are CDRs, like you can see with these white label discs here. But you know what? I'm good with this. Looks really cool. I think there's 4 or 5 songs from Mirrors on here, which is kind of what I wanted. I ordered this before I listened to Mirrors the other day. So I'm not afraid to put the wrong foot in front of the other. Now here's an interesting title. This is one that popped up a few months ago. I'm like, all right, sure. What the hell? I only know one song from this band, but every now and then you just get curious about certain things. And I figured this would be a title that sold right out. Sure enough, it did. The Grassroots, they call it California Folk Rock Zeitgeist. We're live at the Fillmore Auditorium, San Francisco, 1967, October 5th specifically. And the only thing I know about these guys is Let's Live for Today. An awesome song, by the way. But that's literally all I knew from these guys when I ordered this. And it's still all I know, other than listening to this once a few days ago. It's pretty cool. Now, I saw that there was a couple of cover songs on there. Get My Mojo Working and Nighttime is the Right Time. So I knew I wasn't really sure what I was in for. I was kind of surprised to see bluesy songs being played by these guys. But like I said, I only knew one song going in. So, that is a killer song. They actually play it twice here. I guess it's like a bonus track. It says reprised, Let's Live for Today, the last song. It's totally played again, but it sounds like it might be from, maybe there was a late show and an early show kind of thing. But it's not great, I have to tell you. A little kind of boring, actually. Like, there's some longer jams, like 6 or 7 minute jams, a few of those. These guys were not great at jamming like that, you know? It's almost like they were trying to form into something like that. But then again, I shouldn't really say they were trying to form into anything, because I don't really know what they were like beforehand, other than that one pop song. But it was a fun listen. I'll listen to it again. It wasn't bad, you know. It's just one of those quirky things. And you know what else? I happen to be reading still about 240 pages into this 600-page book about Bill Graham. This book came out in '92, by the way. I had no idea when it was released, but it's great, man. What a thorough thing. I'm up to the part right now where he just opened the Fillmore. Well, I guess it's 67. I think he opened it in 66. And, you know, he just had Cream over there for 2 weeks, which pretty amazing story unto itself. But really what I'm getting out of this book is you're really just watching the whole birth of the concert as we know it today. Whole concert experience, you know. That just didn't exist until the Fillmore, which I just never really realized that. He was the first to do so many things that we take for granted nowadays at a concert. And yeah, it's all become commercialized and all that sort of thing. But he just did things differently, you know. He tried to make sure the food was really good at the show. He tried to create an environment where people would want to be. He kept the place really clean. He did cool things on the walls. As soon as you walked in, I think there was a foyer or lobby lined with posters that he had a local artist from a few blocks away draw for his shows, which didn't take long before the posters got to be collectible things. You know, prior to that, they were just basic text on basic paper. announcing concerts ads people would put up, you know. And they became sort of collectibles and part of the experience unto itself going to a show there. Walking through the doors to see who was coming in the coming weeks and months with the next poster that would be hung around town. But the posters got to be a whole thing. That was sort of not him drawing them, but his idea to make that part of the concert experience, you know, lining the walls of the entryway to the facility. But also, man, it's just such a great, you know, he was just ran things so differently than other people. There were people that were too laid back and their venues failed, you know. And there were people that were more corporate than Bill Graham was. He was about letting artists do what they wanted in his atmosphere where he controlled the atmosphere. And man, this guy worked tirelessly, you know, like he slept 5 hours a night and that was it. He was there till 5 in the morning. He was back there at 10 a.m. the next day, and this went on for a couple of years from what I can tell so far. Just really interesting, and you know, so it was part of the reason why I not got this, but put this on the other day, because I just wanted to feel what it was like to be there, I guess, in a way. But man, this is a great book. It's really just an interesting sort of history of the rock concert itself, you know, which I wasn't expecting that to be part of that book. I love Bill Graham, man. Those introductions he does on a handful of albums and videos, even that voice of his, and that voice, the way he acts when he's doing those intros, that is him. That's exactly Bill Graham. Serious and cool at the same time, you know, not too serious for the artists, not serious enough to some other businessmen who would rather him have taken things to another level, but he liked the control he had at this relatively small auditorium. Anyway, really great one. And last pickup, man, this one's awesome. I told you not too long ago, the Sabbath update, that I've been looking for this forever. It's here. It's in my hand. An actual copy, not that photocopy cover with you know, burned CD in it. This is the real deal. Black Sabbath, Shockwave over Texas, Abilene, Texas. What are we, December, I want to say the 8th. December 7th, 1978. Ozzy's only a few shows away from finishing his tenure with the band at that point. Man, this is a great one. I just love this CD. Soundboard and Shockwave, of course, is the star of the show. So, might as well show you, man. We'll get more into it more later on, I guess. Inside cover there. This one is a little mini booklet. Look how cool that CD is. I never even saw this CD until recently. You know, what the disc actually looked like. Continuing with Never Say Die album, those schematics, you know, in there. This guy's pretty cool. Heck yeah. And even behind it, man, look at how detailed this artwork is. This is 2000? That is just awesome. And then the back I've shown you before. Aces High is the label on put this out. Pretty cool. Whole little story there about, you know, this era of the band and how Ozzy would be gone soon, but here's your sort of last testament to him being in there. Man, I'm so happy having this thing. This was a real, you know, I kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you. I gave up searching for this thing. It popped up on eBay, man. So, what can I say? I actually gave up on eBay, too. It was in my saved searches forever. Nothing ever came up. I, at one point, got an email saying that it was on there. Email came in the middle of the night. I'm checking on it like 7 o'clock or whatever. When I woke up, it was already pulled off eBay. That happened a couple years ago, so I just stopped searching. I figured they were going to flag it every time. But anyway, there you go, man. That's the stuff I've been just hauled in, and here's 4 things I've been listening to lately. Thin Lizzy's Irish Tour 83 just started onto the CD. It's actually pulled from the video. Dublin, 1983, April 9th. I have the video separately. We'll talk about this more on the video update coming up soon. I watched the whole video. It's got some cool bonus stuff on there. Tune into the video update. We'll get all into this because I just started on the CD just to get a little taste of the sound quality. It's ripped from the video, but it does sound better than watching it on my TV, listening to it on a stereo. Here's a cool Blue Oyster Cult title that I picked up a while back. Just finally got to. Under Black and White. Collection of some early gigs. Nuggets Pizza Parlor in Rochester, New York, April 3rd from 72. This is a CDR from Uxbridge, by the way. And also, so there's 7 songs on that portion, which don't sound amazing, but they sound decent enough. Little rough. Blue Oyster Cult, Bootleg EP. Now, I don't know what year, I don't know anything about that, other than a couple of these songs got Workshop of the Telescopes and Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll. I think Workshop and I believe Buck's Boogie, song 8, song 11 on here. They both made the double CD Workshop for the Telescopes, which is, man, that was, I think, my first, like, one of my first Blue Oyster Cult albums I got was that thing. And so I recognized these versions immediately. I'm like, these are exactly the same 2 that are on Workshop. And sure enough, they were. So they were kind of special being on Workshop, which I didn't really realize or had forgotten. And then finally, 1970 Demos, the Stalk Forest Group, California album session. And really a more sort of folky kind of sound on that one, all right? But interesting, you know, I'm sure big-time cult collectors know all about that bootleg out there. So 3 cool different things on one CDR. So this is a cool one, man, for sure. And looks like we'll be dipping into this one next. I think this is going to be my next review. I finally got into another one that I've had sitting back there for a long time. Led Zeppelin tour over Mannheim, Germany, the final tour, July 3rd of 80. Double CD. This one's on Moonchild. We'll talk about this one in length coming up. And another one I think I'll do the next time we get around to a Sabbath update. I'll follow that up with a review of Chicago 1995. Definitive, to be exact. We're at Tinley Park, Illinois. July 7th, 1995 with Tony Martin and a nice amount of Tony Martin era songs for a change. A lot of these bootlegs, you know, 2, maybe 3 songs. This one, I think, half dozen or so. So, cool one. All right, and that's actually it. All right, I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching, and everyone have a great friggin' day. Catch you later.